Hey guys, what's up? My name is Dan Kathman. Welcome back. Thank you so much for coming by and checking this out. I hope you enjoy it. Welcome to the show. Here's something that bothers me a little bit. You know, there's a lot of kids now people in general who want to make videos. You know, they want to do videos, and I hear them, and my nieces sometimes say that what they want to do when they grow up is they want to be YouTubers, and they can't wait till they grow up so they can start making videos. And they show different things, and a lot of people feel this way. You know, they want to be a YouTuber, they want to make videos, or they want to, and they can't wait until they can afford to get the equipment to actually make it happen, or whatever. And this may be for a lot of different things. You know, there's a lot of different things that people might want to do that is not necessarily, that they need X, Y, Z to happen before they can make it happen. I'm going to talk really quickly just on making videos in general, because a lot of people think that they got to have this and that before they can actually do it. And you don't actually have to. For instance, this is my phone I'm using right now. I have a whole studio and nice equipment, but this is just easier for me to put the phone on this ring light, and this ring light I got super cheap off brand, and my phone is my phone. And then this is a stage mic, by the way. I was using this this is actually better. This is a stage mic with a little muffler on it, and a muffler. This is a stage mic with a little windscreen on it, and it sounds a lot better than my actual, I got a microphone. And just for talking in general, I feel more comfortable with it. You know, it's what makes you feel comfortable. Anyway, it just blew my mind because people, they want to make videos and stuff, and they think they need all this stuff for some reason. I don't understand that at all. Like when I was a kid, we made videos just to make videos, but I stole a camera to make a video, and you have one in your pocket. You have one that you're maybe watching this on. It's a full-on camera that you can use with a big, nice screen that you can see. And there's all these different attachments you can have to do different things with it and stuff like that. That's super cheap. I mean, and you have access to a whole, plethora of opportunities that was just never an option before. So for some reason, people think they need to have X, Y, Z to make videos, or to do, maybe you want to be a YouTuber, or maybe you want to be something where you make videos and you think you need all this stuff to do it. You don't need anything. Honestly, I don't want you to feel bad, because it's not just you that feels this way. It's even big time, or, whatever, filmmakers. It's even people who are actually doing this for real, like making videos. They still think that, and it's okay to think that. And of course, better equipment will, increase the quality to an extent, though, because for instance, here's one. You buy these cameras that are 6K, with 6K resolution, 8K resolution, these big, $30,000, $60,000 cameras. And most people will be watching it in 1080, which is HD, or 720 on their phones. They will not get that quality that you're shooting. It's not going to happen. So yes, it helps, but I mean, just depends on what you're doing it for. If you're doing it for online, if you're doing it for, YouTube, whatever, you can use anything, because most people, when we're watching on this smaller resolution screen, it's like this big, and you can do anything you want. So, I mean, you can tell a story. That's the thing that people are missing, is that it's about your ability to either tell a story or be, able to talk like I am right now, to be able to talk, to be able to perform, to be able to write, to be able to tell a story with video, to be able to edit. These things are much more valuable and much more of what you need to be focused on than I need this camera, I need this thing, I need that. The other thing is too, a lot of times we'll go to name brand stuff, and I did that as a video maker myself and photographer. And there's certain things that you get to a level where you like for instance, professionally, yes, I do need a certain type of camera to shoot. I can't shoot on a point and shoot for professional photos. I can't do it. I can't go to Walmart and get a little, camera that we used to have and take a picture and call, and people, pay me lots of money to do it. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to be able to go to Walmart and get a point and shoot and then just, call it a day and think people are going to pay me a lot of money as a professional to take their photos. That's just not going to happen. But there is a certain cutoff point that I have found that it doesn't matter as much to the everyday consumer or to whatever, it depends on what you're doing it for. Again, because I bought, for instance, a used camera that I know will get me what I need, the quality that I need. It's not the latest model. It's not the latest whatever. It's quite a few years old, but I know the body will work for what I need. It's not a cropped lens for, if you guys are techies or whatever, camera guys, it's not I can't shoot on a cropped lens because it just confines my space. I need a full frame camera, and that's all I know. I need a full frame camera. Basically that's it. And then I need a good lens, one good lens that I use for, my headshots and model portraits and stuff like that. And that's it. And then the lights and stuff, again, I don't need I need light. So I use strobes. I use flash heads, and then I buy, things for them. So super cheap too. No name brands. I'm buying stuff, on Amazon and stuff like that. And that is just smart. That is what I become to be, just good business practice. That is good business practice to do that. And it's good for you in general too. Just in anything you do, you don't need, but yes, like certain things, yes, I need the brand of camera does matter to me because that's the actual functioning brain of what I'm doing. But, and the lens matters, so those matter, but I don't need the latest. I don't need the newest. I don't need to buy it out of the box. I can buy it used because I know that they have a long life. But the lights don't matter as much. The backdrop doesn't matter as much, but those are super cheap comparatively. They're cheap. So it doesn't matter. I can buy the name brand, whatever, backdrop for $40, and I know it's good paper, for instance, hypothetically. So that's not that big of a deal. And I actively chose the phone. I have an iPhone. I have the iPhone X, and I actively chose that phone because I knew that I got to have a phone anyway. And this one has a good camera and I can use this. So it's an easier, quicker setup. It's just faster and easier for me instead of setting up my whole camera, getting the focus and then doing all that. Right now, this is super easy. I just pull on my phone, pop it in. I got something to say. I pull out this mic right now and then I'm just like talking to you and then I can be, doing whatever. So I think this applies to everybody for everything. But look, if you just go out and shoot. Like, I don't understand. Go out and shoot. If you want to be a YouTuber, if you want to be a video, and I say YouTuber, but what I mean is if you want to make videos, because that's the thing, you're making videos. Don't try to be a YouTuber. Try to have something to say. That's the whole thing about making videos, about making stories, about telling a story. I mean, that's the whole thing about this whole genre is you got something to say. You want to entertain somebody, you want to, have an effect. You want to bring something, so the YouTube is a platform, the YouTube. So YouTube is a platform. So Facebook's a platform. Instagram's a platform. And it's fantastic because even when I was younger, I'm not that old. Even when I was younger, they weren't available. So the videos and stuff that we made never saw the light of day. For one, there was no way to actually edit it at your house. That wasn't in existence. Like, you had to either know the TV production people at a school or a studio, or you had to be in Hollywood and you had to be on a major budget, whatever, TV show, film, something to have access to those tape decks and the whole 9 editing bay that you would need to edit actual, just even this video. So you can do that literally with almost any computer, your phone, iPad. It's harder, honestly. Laptops and iMacs and desktops are going to stick around for the gamers and for the creators because it's so much easier to edit on a laptop or a desktop than it is I try to edit on my phone, and it's a nightmare to really make edits. it's a nightmare. So it's a lot easier with a mouse and stuff like that. It's just, so I think that side note, people think that, desktops and laptops are going to go away, and they're not, because the creators are not going to let it happen because they need them. And there's a lot of creators, and there's being more and more and more. So crushing the excuses. I was meaning for these to be kind of funny, but it's just something, I had nothing to say, so I just started talking. I had some notes here from some other videos I was going to do. So this is just something I wanted to say. Look, if you want to make videos, then make videos. You got a phone, go and make something. Work on your ability to make a video. You see what I'm saying? You got a camera that you're holding right now. It's a camera. There's 2 cameras and a big screen. It's HD. It's fantastic. Use it. Use it. You don't need all this. Honestly, when you get all this, what happens when you get to the level of, you want to have a Red. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a really big, an RE. These are really big cameras that are really expensive. And, people use them for major productions like TV shows and films and stuff like that. The problem with those cameras is that you need a lot of different stuff then. So it adds to how difficult it is to make something. And that's becoming less and less. Now the Red is one of the rare one, one of the higher end ones. It's smaller, so I can hold it and I can use it and I can shoot it. And that's fantastic. But some cameras, when you get more and more expensive, it's just putting more pressure on having to have lights, and then having to have guys who know how to use real lights, and having to have guys who are grips, and having people have trucks, and have, a producer, an editor, a writer, this person and that person. And it's great for certain projects. The project calls for it, but if it doesn't, which a lot of times it doesn't, you can run with just what you got, and that's guerrilla filmmaking. And that is all that I know. And that's all that most people do know now. And that means you just go and do it. You don't ask for anything. You just go and shoot it and you go and do it. If you need an actor, you get an actor. You know what I mean? Like, it just depends on what the video is. So don't make it bigger than it has to be. If you just want to make videos like this where you talk, then just get any camera will do. Almost any camera that you can see, your phone will absolutely do. I'm using the phone right now. So you don't need as much as you think that you need. If you want to be a vlogger, use your phone. I mean, you don't need to carry around a DSLR camera. You don't have to have it. You can use your phone. Does the audio suck? Yes. So those are things that I would take into account. Does it affect what you're trying to do? Now, I've vlogged before with my phone, and sometimes the audio isn't great, and that does bother me. So I might, but my DSLR it doesn't have a flip cam so I can see my screen. So right now I'm going to stick with my phone. So certain things, does it affect the video that you're trying to make? And don't let the quality or the whatever. I mean, if you guys are younger, then just, there was a movie that came out that was independent. It was the first one that really just kind of blew up, and it was Blair Witch Project. And that was filmed on a little crappy mini DV camera, what I call a soccer mom camera, back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And it went huge. They were UCF filmmakers right where in Orlando, right where I'm from. I went to South Florida, so an hour away. And that became just a major box office hit. And it was filmed on little kind of not so great cameras. And this was when people were using film cameras, like big time, huge sets. And that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. It calls for more when you need more. And it's cool. And it's better, especially if you are by yourself and you're trying to do this, if you can strip it down and you can make, and it's not so much about the video, or the quality as much it is about how you tell it, how you can edit a video, how you can craft a video together, what you got to say, what you got to really talk about. That's going to be more important, and that's going to hold more weight than if you're using a $60,000 camera or your phone. And I'm telling you, your phone is a lot better than it was 10 years ago. It is incredible. Just look at the video now. It's fantastic, right? Compared to the video that they used to do, which was on a flip phone, and it was just awful and grainy. Now it's high quality. So just do it. If you really want to make videos, go out and make videos. Who cares? Now that you got a place to put them on, like, That's the other thing too. It's just you're taking it for granted. When we had when we made videos, the only way that we could actually put them on was to get on TV. That was it. It was like maybe, or make a movie, a feature film, which if you're a filmmaker, that is very hard. Even with a budget, it's hard. That was the only options. Now you can just make a video on your phone, get a little $30 stage mic, get a little, $50 light, and then make what you want to make and then put it out there and keep going. No one's stopping you. That's the other thing. You're never going to get cut off the air. That was a huge worry. And it's still, you're never going to get cut off the air. Maybe, people from Vine, think that maybe the platform will die, but another one will come up because we are not going back. It's not happening. We're not going back. So if YouTube dies, then another one will come up. If Facebook dies, then another one will come up. If, Instagram dies, there'll be another one that will come up because we will not go back. So it will not die until there's a better option. YouTube won't die until there's a better YouTube because people still want that type of, freedom and that type of ability. Even as a viewer, you're on Netflix, even Netflix, which is still brand new, relatively. You want some people like me, like I'm watching, I want more content because they don't have, they're throwing hundreds of millions of dollars at individual episodes and they still aren't able to compete with the wrath of YouTube and the creators like me and like you who just put stuff out there on a daily basis. They're not. So sometimes I'll be going to Netflix and it's like, I don't really know. So I'll flip over to YouTube and go to, some people that I subscribe to and know, and had a new video out today. So it'll be there and it will always be there. And if it's not, then there'll be something else and it won't die until there is something else because we're not going to go back. We're not going back to TV. To TV being the only option. That's not going to happen. We're not going to go back to the only way you can get your feature film notice is if you go to a film festival, it gets bought and it gets into theaters. We're not going back to just doing that. That's not, and people still are doing that. And that's okay because that leaves room for you and me to make our stuff, do our things and put it out there. And no one's telling us we can't. And we just do it. And you have the tools in your pocket. And you can just go to Best Buy, you don't have to even go anywhere to really, you can just go get, a camera, a light and a mic, or just a camera, or just, hey, do what I'm doing and just use your phone. You don't got to do nothing. Just use your phone and start thinking of things that you want to do and then start doing them. Start filming them and then start learning how to edit. Start learning how to edit, start learning how to craft. And that's the thing a lot of people say they want to be YouTubers and stuff like that, or they want to be vloggers. And I'm like, you understand that you have to become a good filmmaker, right? You understand you have to become a good video maker. People just kind of becoming second nature to them. And as you're seeing, if you guys follow a lot of people, that they're not all very good. And that's because you just can't just become, a great filmmaker. You can't just become, it takes time. You takes time and practice and patience, and you got to be persistent. You got to really want to do it. So that's my thing. If you don't really want to do it, then, figure something else out. But stop with the excuses because you can just do it right now with nothing else except your phone in your hand. So hope that helps you. Hope you go out and do it. Hope you create because no one's stopping you. No one is stopping you and no one will stop you. No one will cut you off. You can just create. And that, my friends, is very powerful. Again, I thought these would be funny, but this was very serious. And I honestly had nothing to say. So I just started. So I'm just going to continue to say and do and not really think about it. And hope this helps you. I hope this brings value to you. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you create. And because I say this to you, but I'm saying it to myself too. No one's stopping you. Not anymore. We have the power and you should just do it. Please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. That's the show, guys. Thank you so much. My name is Dan Kathman. I hope you have a blessed day. Be well. Do what you want to do.
You do it, but you don't do it like this. You don't do it like this. But you don't do it like this. You don't do it like this.
You see, I talk about different things when I get a mic in front of me. Like I talk differently whenever I can hear myself talk and I have a mic. It's not the same as if I were just talking to the camera. It's not the same. So this may be different. I don't know. We're going to find out.